me and Mark were always at each other, just messing around, and I would come into the room sometimes with my airsoft gun and just shoot him in the hands. Welcome to another episode of Disaster Promos. We're here with band Dead Beyond Fear. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Guys and gal. All right, so we're going to start it off with a few questions, and I'm going to pass it over to Dane. First thing I want to do is actually thank Mark for being here all the way from outer space. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Greetings, my friends.
Here's Dane.
Hello. All right. Our first question, we are just going to ask you guys what your name is and what you do in the band. So take it off.
I'm Phil. I'm the vocalist.
And I'm Chelsea. I play drums.
I'm
Matt,
Sean.
I play guitar.
I'm Sean. I play guitar too. Rhythm.
And I'm Mark. I play bass and do vocals as well.
Nice. Okay, Mark, I'll throw this one at you. How did Dead Beyond Fear form and when?
I think Phil or Sean would be more adept to answer that question.
Okay. Phil, we'll pass that one to you. Thanks, Mark.
All right. Me and Sean Weston, we're the original members. We go back probably about 2004. We've been together. Various different outfits, different lineups, and then we met up with Mark, and then we just linked up with Chelsea and Matt through him. So Dead Beyond Fear is probably only about 3-4 years this lineup. So that's that. Okay.
Sean, how would you describe Dead Beyond Fear sound?
Metalcore for sure.
Okay, moving on to the next question. This one's for Chelsea. With the pandemic going on, everyone's under it. I think things are kind of on the horizon. We're on a better path. But as a band, how do you guys keep this band going with the restrictions and everything?
Wow, I've definitely had its ebbs and flows, ebbs and weights or whatever. When things opened up last July, we really were in this position to use Sean's garage, and we spent about 4 months in that kind of pocket of time to really solidify the first 8 songs of our album. And then I'm just kind of in this lucky little island right now where I can play in my basement. I've just really been fortunate to have the space at this time in my life, so I just have a regular regimen, and I'm just keeping up with the time.
Awesome. All right. Matt, when shows were a thing, what was your favorite venue to play at?
Well, the Fox for sure, just because that was our home. Every time we were there, it was a big crowd anyways. It was awesome. The fucking energy in that place is through the roof. But I still gotta say the Fox was the best one yet.
All right, so our last question is kind of a double question. It's for everyone. We're going to start with Phil, then Sean, Matt, Chelsea, and then Mark. Say the best for last. We like you.
Also,
so it's going to be
to think about it. So, Mark, you better have a great answer.
Yeah, amazing answer. So it's going to be your favorite band or artist of all time, and then your favorite local band or artist anywhere in Ontario. So, Phil, take us away, bud.
My favorite band. Wow. I don't know, man. My musical taste is pretty diverse, and I'm all over the place with genres. But all in all, I guess I'm gonna have to say the band that I have listened to the most is probably 36 Crazy Fists, and it's weird. I just happen to be wearing one of them shirts right now. Yeah, Brock Lindo from 36 Crazy Fist was actually a really huge influence throughout the years on my vocal style and everything. As my favorite local, I'm not really sure. I like so many. I guess I'm gonna have to say Halfway Through Hell right now. I like those guys. They're good lads. Put on a good show. They're always fun to play with. If you want to go like still local, if you consider like London local, I'd have to go with Cavera for sure. They're solid. I
Nice.
guess that's it.
Awesome. Sean?
The Lamb of God, Unearth, because we got to play with them. That was great. And local would be same thing, Cavera and Halfway Through Hell, because he played with them the most. So
Sweet.
Awesome. Matt?
This sounds repetitive, but Lamb of God, I fucking grown up with them since like I started guitar, and big influence there. But jumping from that, you get like Joe Satriani in there, a little mix of that kind of stuff, you know, just to get the groove in. But for local, I don't know if they're in Ontario, but I've been hooked on Archspire lately. I know they're Canadian, but oh my God, they've just gotten right in.
Awesome.
enough.
Chelsea?
Yeah, thanks. This year it's really been Deftones. I mean, I'm wearing the artist shirt. That's definitely like top tier for the longest span of my life. But this year it's really just been Deftones. Oops, the thing's falling out. But local, the band I really have been putting on repeat is It Cometh. They're from Newmarket. But also like 30 going on 13 is just so hilarious. Like Dear Kimberly, I want to start a band. I mean, start a band. Like that song's awesome. So they're just hilarious dudes. I can't wait to see them live. I still haven't made it out, but anyway, shout out to them.
Yeah, they're awesome. Mark?
Well, my musical taste, obviously, like Phil, like I go everywhere, especially like stuff my father got me influenced to. Like I take away from the different older styles, a lot of prog from psychedelic. I'm gonna have to say it's a toss up between Gentle Giant and Rick Wakeman from Yes, his solo stuff. I want to say just a shout out to these guys, the Fractured. Fractured, pretty good. Single Wound. Those guys too. They're really tight. Actually, the last show I saw before the pandemic was Single Wound, and I believe it was Revolver. But yeah, like just little bands like that just shine out of like the whole scene.
All right. This is the part now where I pass to my good homie, Ryan.
How's it going? Okay, I'm back. Your favorite disaster promo interviewer. All right, guys. So we're gonna do Never Have I Ever. Today I'm drinking Smirnoff Ice Berry Blast. Smirnoff Ice Berry Blast.
All right. Today, Dano Disaster is drinking Old Style Pilsner because I am everybody's friendly neighborhood hipster douchebag.
What are you drinking, Phil?
I'm having some fruit punch Gatorade.
Nice. Sean?
and iced tea, Long Island.
Beautiful.
Just water, man.
Perfect. And what are you drinking, Chelsea?
Pomegranate berry. Namaste.
And Mark Lambertus?
Lone Brow from the universe.
You gotta get it like right in front of you. I can't see.
It blended in with the
From the
horizon.
universe.
It's like all of
Mark, come back to Earth. Fuck. Jesus.
All right. Let's get back to this. So Never Have I Ever headlined a show.
So does that mean we drink?
Yeah.
If you have, you drink.
Were you asking the rest of the band, Phil?
Never have I ever filmed a music video in a barn.
Damn it. Cheers. Who would do that?
I know,
I
right?
don't know. Such a cheesy thing.
What a coincidence. So never have I ever played a show at the Fox Lounge.
Holy fuck.
Get it in, you guys.
This isn't good for me. Not good.
I'm gonna need more Gatorade.
I only have this for the interview because
Never have I ever lit myself on fire at band practice.
I don't know.
Oh, that's an old one.
Fuck it, I'll drink anyways. It's only Gatorade.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah. Never have I ever had a show canceled because of COVID-19.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Never have I ever had my music sold at a record store.
Holy shit.
Oh God, guys.
How you doing, Sean?
I was actually drinking.
I'm fine.
You gonna be okay, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
Mark, do you have any more drinks?
I think this next question, I don't think Mark gets to drink. It's never have I ever been in a band with Mark Lambert.
Oh yeah.
Clever, very clever.
We don't write the questions. Francine does, bro.
Dean.
Never have I ever fallen into a bonfire.
Tonight?
I think I'm good.
A lot more
Right?
people drank.
Done.
Shots falling into one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's back there.
Careful.
Oh. How about never have I ever opened for Darkest Hour?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to switch it up in a sec. My fallback
Get
trick.
Get it, girl.
You're gonna have to go to water.
And never have I ever played a battle of the bands.
All right.
I gotta
Oh yeah.
switch.
I was like 18.
I'm just gonna chug it.
I need more beverages.
That was the last question. So if anyone's feeling a little bit hydrated, we're good now.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Hydrated.
That concludes the Never Have I Ever round. I'm going to pass it back over to Dane. We're going to ask you guys a few more questions, and that'll be the end of the interview. So here's Dane.
Hi. Thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate that.
No problem, man.
You're a great guy. Anyway, I got 3 questions, so I'm just gonna randomly throw them at you. So I'm gonna start with Chelsea. For the rest of 2021, what is in store for Dead Beyond Fear?
Wow, the sky's the limit. We really have so much we want to do. Definitely, we have just everything's written on the wall. Definitely gonna finish up the last couple of tracks and get it into studio. For one, definitely gonna make another music video. Definitely gonna, snap a few more photos and just update stops and hopefully end the year on a good note on a show. I mean, I know I'm ready. I'm ready to do. I'm vaccinated. I'm ready to go into any venue bulletproof.
Awesome. All right. Next question. This one is for Mark. When the pandemic is over and we can play shows again, if you could pick 2 bands, one band that's like a dream band that you guys want to open for, and then one localish band, what would that show be? So it'd be like dream band, Dead Beyond Fear, and one of your homies.
Well, because of the pandemic canceled out a like mini tour we had and some actual big bands we were supposed to play with, I'm probably going to go with that because it was going to be a really sweet show to play with. It was actually shout out to my buddy John Howard from Threat Signal, the band that he's in now, which is a Monolith, which is the guys from Strapping Young Lad and a couple other bands. We were supposed to play with them, so that would definitely be my first on the list. I was talking to him recently. He was like, dude, we gotta play some shows again. That'd be sweet. So definitely him. And you know what? I'm actually gonna say I really want to, just for old time's sakes, like you guys in Wormhusk. Definitely, because it's been way too long, man.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Somehow double hands.
All right, this last question, I'll let Phil, Matt, and Sean all have their go at it. If you could tell anyone watching this interview who's never heard of you guys, who's never heard of Dead Beyond Fear, if you can tell them one track that you would send them to right now that would best describe your band and the representation of your band, what would that be?
Well, it'd definitely be Dio, Descent into Oblivion, the song that we made the video for, because we felt as a band that it was our most diverse song that kind of showed our capabilities on everything. You know, our melodies, we could slow it down, we could pick it up. So all in all, that's usually my first go-to. But now with us writing the new album, I definitely pick one of our new tracks, In Your Soul. It's just a pure powerhouse. It's going to be a fucking banger, man.
Awesome. Matt?
Same reasoning with Descent into Oblivion, but also with Hands of Pain, because it has that same kind of feel with jumping between clean melodies and jumping back to the distortion with the old school thrash and chorus in there. That one, that kind of like, I don't know, my dad went to one of my shows, right? I'm a young little fucker, and he loved that tune because it was like, reminded him 80s metal at certain parts and shit like that. We touch on a lot of different areas, so it's hard to pick one song in general. But again, with Phil, this new album, I'm excited to fucking show this stuff off. This stuff's going to be, it's a different level.
Awesome. And let's close it up with Sean.
Our buddy Steve heard one of the new tracks, and he said it was like standing up in a convertible going down the highway. And if that explains anything, and they're going to be really, really good.
Oh, what one was that? Yeah, he's like, you're out of your sunroof, just like rocking away.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Some of the songs are like, some of us know some of them, some don't, because most of them we know. But like, I think Chelsea mapped it out, and there's been 17 songs written. Well, now we have to narrow down the 13 we want for a full length.
What about World in Ruin though? It's a world in ruin at the moment, so you gotta.
That's ironic. We wrote that song, and then a couple months later, a pandemic happened.
Exactly.
Mark, get out of space and come down here and make things right.
Save us.
Yeah.
Before we get off, I have one serious question. What does Dead Beyond Fear mean?
Uh-oh, Phil.
All right, that's all me. All right. Well, Dead Beyond Fear, it means like, okay, how do I explain this? The best way to explain it is like when you've been beat down so much that you're just no longer scared anymore, and it just doesn't bother you anymore. You can just drive on. It's like basically hitting rock bottom and then evolving.
Perfect. That's a great answer. It answered all my questions I've ever had about the name Dead Beyond Fear.
No problem, man.
I have another question. It's for Mark.
You can ask him after.
No, shut the fuck up. Francine just brought this up to me, so I'd have to ask it. Is your bass tone stored in your beard?
Or is it stored in Phil's beard?
That's definitely
I want to know.
I mean, I did switch over to dark glass electronics recently. They may have made me a custom beard tone. I mean, I was kind of like, do one of these, and there's a hidden little switch in here, you know.
Perfect.
Your beard has bass triggers.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's half vocal tone, half bass tone.
Love it. All right. On behalf of myself and my platonic life partner, Ryan, I'd like to thank you guys so much for being on Disaster Promos. You guys are awesome. Thank you for taking the time out of your lives. Really appreciate it. Ryan, I'll pass over to you.
Thanks for having us, guys.
We want to thank Phil. We want to thank Matthew. We want to thank Chelsea. We especially want to thank Mark. But most of all, we want to thank Sean and his wonderful family for being part of this great interview.
Thank you.
And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Cheers.
To cut you down.